I'm Carla Reeves, and this is Differently. Whether you feel stuck in survival, navigating a change, or seeking more for your life, may this podcast be your weekly nudge to take a risk to build a life that is uniquely bold, authentic, and in alignment with your deepest values. What if you worried less about the bumps in the road and instead got equipped for the journey? Get ready to rethink what's possible. Today we're talking about living without regrets. Not such a light topic. I want to have a heart-to-heart. As we approach the end of another year, I know this time of year stirs feelings. It stirs desires. It has us reflecting on this year, past years, and on this new year that's stretched out before us like a blank canvas awaiting us in 2025. And while we can create a new canvas at any time, the new year is a beautiful time for this kind of thinking. I want you to take a moment to tune in. What's been tugging on you? Maybe it's recently, maybe it's been for weeks, maybe it's been for months or even years. If this is you, know that you're not alone. And many people let these things go unaddressed for years and maybe never really dig in and take action. But if you are listening to this podcast or have been for any amount of time, I have a sneaky suspicion that this is not you, that you're someone who's committed to making the most of this gift of your life that you have been given. So I want to talk about those things that are tugging at your heart, and you know what I mean. You probably are, the idea, the area has already probably popped up for you. Maybe it's that business idea that you've had and you want to bring to life. Maybe it's some healthy changes that you know you need to make, your body's been telling you. Maybe it's just that negative self-talk that perpetuates and weighs you down and keeps you spinning and not making traction on the things that you're committed to doing. Maybe it's that you need to slow down, but you just can't seem to make that happen. Maybe you've got a book in you that you need to write, a relationship that needs your attention, or a transition a change transition you need to make, but you've been postponing. You know what this is. I came across this article years ago about the 5 regrets of the dying, and I'll make sure that we link it in the show notes. I want to read those 5 regrets to you. Number 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. That was number 2. Number 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And number 5, I wish that I had let myself be happier. Which one stood out to you? Which one is calling your heart to step out boldly and take action? You can do this. If I can, anyone can. I've been navigating a big reset in my business that I've spoken about a couple of times on the podcast, which has been one of the most challenging, amazing, most stretching years of my life as an entrepreneur. And the other day, fear, doubt, and confusion came swooping in again, trying to derail me for the I don't know how many times. I sat down and asked myself a powerful question. Maybe you've done this before. Fast forward to the end of your life and look back and ask yourself, what will you regret not doing? And in that moment, there was literally no question in my whole being that I am to continue stepping forward and sharing this message that has been on my heart for decades now. What is this for you, friend? Have you taken time to ask yourself important questions like this? This might be one that you hold and sit with for days and see what bubbles up. My 10-year-old nephew recently said to his mom, "Be the main character." I just loved that. How often are we not the main character in our own lives? Here's what I hope that you hear today. Someday is an illusion. It's a comfortable lie we tell ourselves to avoid taking action now and getting uncomfortable, which is what we have to do to move the needle in our lives. But here's the truth. There's never going to be a perfect time. The stars never align perfectly. I spent years waiting for permission, waiting to be noticed, waiting for someone to tap me on the shoulder and say, go do that big thing that you know you're here to do. But I've learned that we have to be our own permission givers. Only you can see your inner compass. Only you can hear that quiet voice of God inside guiding you toward your purpose. Here's my invitation to you. Stop waiting. Take the first step, whether it's signing up for that course, having that difficult conversation, or finally starting that project. Do it now. Your future self will thank you. And if you're ready to make some changes, but you want support, I want you to know that the doors are open to all the things we offer here. I have never been more clear about this because of the tough year I have had, keeping my eye on the vision in my heart and plowing through fear, doubt, and confusion. I am so clear because of that. Remember that. So go to carlareeves.com to check out these new and newly updated foundational offerings that we have that can support you and are designed to equip you with the tools to make lasting change starting today. Remember, following a calling on your heart takes a warrior spirit. You must be willing to dig into the places that you fear because they will set you free. Don't live with regret. Take bold action. Your future self will thank you. Until next time, keep stepping small steps today, shape your tomorrows. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Differently. It's been an honor to share this conversation with you. You know, one of the keys to living fully is to take action when you're inspired to do so. I hope you found that spark of inspiration today. And would you help us spread the word? Did someone you know come to mind while you were listening? If this episode could impact someone you know, please share it and pass it along. New episodes drop weekly, so tap that subscribe button and join us next time as we continue to challenge the status quo and get equipped to live life differently.